Sup, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and if you guys didn't know already, which I think a lot of you guys already do, is that just now Blizzard put out an official release date for Legion. Now, a lot of people have been really waiting for this. They've been really kind of worried that it was going to be in September because that was like their absolute deadline for whenever Legion had to be out by then. But I've got good news, guys. I've got good news. It's not going to be in September. It's going to be in August, but it's going to be on August 30th, which is basically September. Okay, so anyway, let's have a talk about this. I know a lot of people really wanted me to make a video about it. I've gotten a lot of messages, and honestly, guys, I don't really have a lot to say. So hopefully this video doesn't turn out to be 17 and a half minutes, which is usually what most of my rant videos turn out to be. So let's just get the obvious stuff out of the way. I've been on the alpha a lot. Game's not fucking ready. It's just not ready. That's all there is to it. You go on there, there's like purple boxes saying delete me everywhere. The pet battles don't work. The phasing is broken. I mean, the dungeons are basically, they basically work, but then the loot doesn't work. It's not ready. Okay, the expansion's not ready. Okay, and I think a lot of people are pissed off about that, especially because if it does come out on August 30th, that means that Hellfire Citadel is going to be out for an entire year. I actually don't have a joke, because that is the joke. So anyway, and I mean, like, really, guys, like, let's just be real here, guys. I don't want to be hyperbolic. I don't want to be anything. I would rather wait, and I've said this before. I've said this before many times. I would rather wait for a finished product, okay? Because Warlords of Draenor was not a finished product. It didn't even have all the zones in the continent done, and it only really had one big content patch, and that was a really big, disaster, a disappointment, and everybody was upset about that. And if Legion takes a little bit longer, which obviously it's taking a little bit longer, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I was actually surprised, like, the more that I played the Legion Alpha, I was really surprised. Like, they're not even in the beta, which, I mean, I know it's just a name or whatever, but usually they go from alpha to beta, and they haven't even moved into the beta stage. So I was honestly a little bit concerned if they'd even meet the September 21st deadline, to be honest with you guys, just because of how much stuff they have to do. And I think that's like one little minor point that I do want to make in this video, is that, I mean, they've got so many things that they have to do now. They have to deal with raids, they have to deal with PvP, and of course they've always had to deal with those. But now we've got pet battles, class halls, just all these little type of mini game, types of things that they have in the game now. That like having different mounts in the game, dealing with not only the new character models but the old character models, and they have to do a lot of extra work that they never had to do before. And honestly, my advice to Blizzard is for them to somehow consolidate some of this stuff, because it sure seems like they're getting bogged down by having to try and update every single thing, every single expansion, and I just don't really think, I think that's where a lot of their time goes, is just kind of redoing things that they've already done. But I honestly, obviously, I don't work there, so I have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's just the way it seems to me. So anyway, guys, it's a big disappointment for a lot of people. Of course, everybody wanted it to be out last year, but it's not going to be, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm apologizing for this. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It's taken a really long time, but I would rather wait for quality. I mean, honestly, guys, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, I would wait until 2017 if there was a game that was as good as Vanilla WoW that came out. Okay, I would wait that long for it, all right? And I don't know if Legion's going to be that good. It's obviously pretty hard to meet that level. But I think it's going to be a good game, and of course, like, from what I've seen, I think it's really going to depend on how they have, like, in-game progression and everything. And of course, I'll be making videos about that all throughout the way. But that's pretty much where I'm at. It sucks. Of course, it sucks that it's not going to be out for a while. But I mean, for you guys that are, like, really pissed off about it, maybe just take a couple of months off of the game. I mean, it's not unheard of. Just take a break and play something else, or go do something that you haven't done before. I remember, like, the Blizzard devs told people that, I think it was in, like, Wrath of the Lich King or Burning Crusade, just play another fucking game because the expansion's not ready yet. And honestly, it makes me, and I know this sounds really stupid, right? But it makes me have a little bit more faith in them, that they're not trying to, make sure that it's out right whenever the movie is there. And I just really hope that whenever they release Legion, it's an actual finished expansion, okay? And, Warlords of Draenor really wasn't. All the other ones were. I mean, I didn't really like Mists of Pandaria, but it was a finished product, okay? Warlords of Draenor was not. And I really hope that Legion is a finished product, everything is polished, good, and more importantly, fun. So anyway, if it takes a little bit longer for that, I don't really have too much trouble with it. And you know, if you do, you don't have to play the game. You know, you really don't. Just take a couple months off and wait for the new expansion, or quit. I mean, like, some people are quitting over this. I can't really tell you what to do, right? But that's my advice for some people. If you're really, you know, like, I don't know, like, pissed off about this or whatever, just take a couple months off. All right. I don't really know. You know, I think expansion so far seems good to me, right? But that's what I thought about Warlords of Draenor too. So we'll see the way it goes, and I just really hope that it is, and I hope that the wait has been, well, will be worth it. So anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. That's pretty much it. So let me know what you think. I didn't really want to make like a really long video ranting about like all the problems with the game. Talked about that a million times. You know, this is just pretty much where I'm at. I'm not really surprised, and I think anybody else that is surprised probably hasn't played the Legion Alpha. So that's pretty much all I've got. Again, let me know what you think, but either way, thank you for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.